Alright, hello everyone. So this is my new channel. I hope you guys enjoy the videos here. I've just gone and purchased the Lumix S9 Titanium Gold Edition. So this one I believe is for their 25th anniversary, so happy anniversary Lumix. So yeah, I guess let's get this thing underway. Before I do that though, I do want to mention that no money or any kind of deals were exchanged with Lumix. I purchased this fully with my own money, so all of the thoughts that you're about to hear are my own. I haven't used the Lumix S9 before, but I have purchased the S5 2X in the past. But once the S1 Mark II came out, I actually decided to sell that one before the prices started to drop too much. But I didn't get a chance to go out and actually purchase the S1 Mark II, mainly because of the price. So I thought that the S9 would be a good camera to kind of start off with and get into the Lumix ecosystem. Obviously, a lot of Sony fans out there, which is great. Sony cameras are also a lot of cameras that I've been looking at, but they tend to be pretty expensive, including the lenses themselves, and Lumix cameras have a lot of the features that I'm looking for, so pretty happy with the decision to go with Lumix here. So we've got a thank you card here. Yeah, I'll just put that aside for now. And yeah, this is a bit of a cooked setup. I'm using a tripod attached to my desk. I might show that off in a little bit if I remember. But yeah, and I'm recording with my phone at the moment, so hopefully in the future I'll start using this new camera. Anyway, I purchased this off the Panasonic official website. We've got the CineGold 62mm thread Cine Bloom filter, I think, or mist filter, PolarPro. So I'll just quickly open this up just so I can have a look at it. Oh, CineGold, looks beautiful. Diffusion filter, sorry, my bad. You can see it has a bit of that titanium gold finish on the sides. Ooh, don't want to drop that. And yeah, we'll put that aside for now, but it looks pretty beautiful. Okay, love the packaging as well, super cool. All right, we've got a card here, that's all good. And we've got this wrist strap as well. It's exclusive to this camera. I will definitely be using this one. Pretty standard hand strap. I think it should be long enough to sling over your neck as well. And we've got a cleaner here, like a cleaning cloth. Pretty standard stuff. All right, let's get this out of the box. So, all right, how am I gonna do this? All right, I see a little strap, not a strap, like a flapper there. All right, a bunch of stuff that I'm totally gonna read. Out of the way. We've got a battery here for the Lumix S9. We've got a Lumix logo strap. This one's pretty standard. I think it's included with most of the Lumix cameras. I believe this should be the lens. So let's get that out of here. Alright, the packaging is pretty nice. My desk is very cumbersome though, so not much space, but let's see how it goes. Alright. Ooh, look at this. That is pretty nice. There's the Lumix logo. You can see 18 to 40. It is a variable aperture lens. I think it's f4.5 to 5.6 or something like that. Yeah, I'll have another look at that to verify it, but it's a very nice looking lens for sure, and it's definitely one that I'll be using in street photography and things like that, maybe in even a little bit of portrait photography. But given that the minimum f-stop is around 4.5, it's probably not going to be the best for low light photography, but keen to try it out and see how we go. All right, so now onto the main event. This is the actual camera. Oh, that looks so good. So again, you can see the Lumix logos. You can see it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but you can see the kind of gold titanium accents all around the camera. You can see the back LCD screen, and then if I flip it out, there's the screen itself. Oh, face reveal. And yeah, I've got the bottom here, so this should be where the battery goes, and SD card as well by the looks of things. So yeah, I'm very much aware of the Lumix S9's shortcomings and some of the drawbacks it has, like the lack of a hot shoe at the top. So I think part of that is because this camera has no mechanical shutter. It's a fully electronic shutter, which means that you're not really going to be able to sync a flash to it. And I think that's why they've omitted the hot shoe for this one, but it would have been nice to see. Even at least you might have been able to use like an external mic or something. But regardless, it has some side ports here as well. So you can see, I believe that's a USB-C charger or charging slot there, as well as a micro HDMI cable slot, which isn't the best, but I guess it is what it is. So yeah, this camera is one I've been eyeing for a long time, but the reason, or the thing that really pushed me to actually get it is this titanium gold finish. I did scour online and there were a bunch of cheaper listings, but they didn't come with the CineGold, or the CineGold filter. So yeah, I just paid the extra amount on the Panasonic website and opted for it. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I'll try and attach some B-roll footage to play after this, but yeah, first impressions are very good. Looks beautiful, and I'm excited to see how it actually functions. Because obviously, watching reviews and things, you get a good idea of the technical aspects of the camera, even if a lot of them don't actually apply to your shooting style. So I'm excited to have some actual real-world experience with this camera and see how I go. And I'll definitely be reporting in on my findings. So yeah, great camera, at least visually speaking. So right off the bat, as is another issue with this camera, there's not really a good grip here. There's like a thumb grip here, which I guess it might do the job for some people. It's not as light a camera as I might have initially expected based on some of the things I heard about it, but I would say it's a sturdy enough, it's pretty sturdy in the way it feels. And again, the screen feels pretty good. Good quality screen. I hope the hinge doesn't get loose over time. It has the famed LUT button now, so it's easy to load in custom color profiles and LUTs and things like that. I do really like the brown leather kind of finish all around the camera. I think it complements the titanium gold really well. But yeah, just a short demo, I guess. I'm just going to put this in here. And let's get out the gold, the titanium gold 18-40, and see what it looks like. Alright, let's try not to drop anything, because that would be a terrible way to begin the life cycle of this thing. So got to line up the red with the red and turn it clockwise. Ooh, that thing is a bit stiff, but I'm sure it'll get pretty loose over time. All right, let's have a look. Probably will be getting a screen protector for this rear screen as well, but anyway, that's a issue for another day. So let's turn on this dial right there. Hopefully it's charged. I probably should have checked that earlier. Maybe not. Okay, well, let me charge this thing. One thing I do want to mention is that there seems to be no included charging cables with the camera, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. But yeah, I guess yeah, USB-C cables are pretty common these days anyway, but it would have been nice if they included one. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna load the battery up into this thing, so let me just unbox that. So as I mentioned earlier, the battery compartment is on the bottom. There we go. And this should be pretty straightforward. I say that as I'm failing. There we go. Make sure to lock that. And let's turn this thing on. Please set the time zone. Australia, mate. Set the clock. Let's 2024. I don't know about that, chief. Oh, whatever. I'll worry about that later. All right, so I've set the time zone. I've got a 512 SanDisk Extreme Pro SD card that I'm going to load up in here. So originally I was using this on my Steam Deck, but I actually sold that thing as well because I wasn't using it enough, but that's a me thing. Let's put this in. All right, opposite way. There we go. So imagine if you've got this thing hooked up to a rig or something, it might be a bit of a pain to actually switch out the battery or the SD card, but yeah, let's see how we go. So it wants us to rotate the zoom ring. So yeah, this 18 to 40 millimeter lens is quite compact when it's not in use, but in order to actually use it, you gotta bring it out like that. Okay, and all right, it would be helpful if I took off the lens cap there as well. All right, first impressions looking at the screen. So this is fully extended. So that's on 18 there. That's on 40. All right. So take some B-roll shots and a couple of sample photos just to plug into this video, and we'll see how we go. All right, so I managed to get the wrist strap on here, and to be honest, it took way longer than it probably should have, but got there in the end. So one thing that I just wanted to point out, I think this is pretty cool. I learned this from James Popsis actually, probably about a year ago. Legendary YouTube channel, but essentially one way to turn this neck strap into a wrist strap is by holding it out like this. You get the loop, you fold it forwards like that, and then you kind of grab the top ends, twist it around, you make like a double circle kind of thing, and then you just pop your wrist straight through. And if I bring it to ultra wide here, you can see that it is now nice and secure. I can hold it by the wrist, it's not going to come out, and then yeah, you can start shooting. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool, and I thought I would include it in case anyone is curious.